what's most important in an actual play, just in general, is having that emotional connection, whether or not you're doing costuming and sets, or whether or not you're doing virtual digital cast with occasional costuming, half costuming, or no costuming. What's important is the intensity, the emotion, and the chemistry. So just kind of summing up our thoughts on state of actual play from last year and into this year, things to look forward to. That's what I have, and we'll go around the table and kind of offer our final thoughts here. So, Conri, you want to offer yours?
Uh, yeah. I guess if I were to take anything, trying to make yourself stand out. Um, don't lose yourself to a trend. Make sure that what you're doing is still uniquely you, and not just the sum up of all the stuff you've seen. Find the thing that makes you kind of shine. And also, I know what I'm doing in the new year, and that's trying to put out as much stuff that shares the broad scope of TTRPGs, that isn't just one system, one setting. Trying to get as many people into the different ways you can play a table game that, you know, doesn't revolve around, you know, attack rolls and a specific system deciding everything for you. Like really getting out there and trying different things. Uh, that's at least what we're going to be doing here at DLG, and trying to do it all in fancy costumes because we're theater nerds, and that's just what we like to do.
Same, same. I loved doing Rent and Rocky Horror, classical, being classically trained, as it were, community theater. For anyone that's done community theater, much love. It is a labor of love, and I think a lot of us have found a new home in the TTRPG community. A lot of us theater nerds. So Ash, go ahead. Final thoughts, final takes.
Yeah, echoing a lot of what we've said here today. Um, in terms of trying to make your actual play stand out and even just internally make it feel like it's worthwhile. Seek out people that you vibe with the most, because it's very often that they're going to be trustworthy with your character's narrative and the heart that you're bringing into the story. Um, whether that's the DM uh, tiptoeing cautiously through the story and bringing in pieces to help continue to drive your interest in it, both as a player and as a viewer. Or having them just completely stomp all over it in such a cathartic fashion that it keeps you coming back like it's therapy. um, yeah, yeah, just finding a table that you can vibe with, that will accept you for the story that you're attempting to tell, and being trustworthy with one another to tell that story together. Um, Specifically with the intention of leaning more towards the narrative, less on the system. The system is there to help guide you through a game that you're playing together, but ultimately you're telling a story together. Um, and if you can do that without rolling a dice a bunch, then I think you've found a winning solution.
Mm-hmm. That's really great, and we seem to all be saying the same thing: friends, community, chemistry, just focusing on the core of the things that matter, which is emotion. Really,
Mm.
I mean, we all have some sort of emotional connection. This game, whether we're viewing, or playing, or engaging, if you have that sort of community engagement set up, just sharing that emotional experience with your community and with your players and with our peers. Kelly.
I mean, basically, I can echo chamber everything that's in here. The big ones though are, if you're just starting up, we're in a renaissance right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or hell, I mean, this is
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
I guess renaissance would be a rebirth. We're in a birth of this new medium, more or less, thanks to everything going on in the world.
Yes.
But don't look at other streams and hold yourself up to a more established stream standard. Don't worry about your followers. Don't worry about your subs. Don't worry about your visual presentation. as a bad thing. Look at all of that as a way to grow, and worry about making content that and telling stories that matter to you and your players. If you write something that you love, if you play something that you love and your players love it, other people are going to love it. Don't try to play to an audience. Play to the audience around your table or around your Zoom or wherever you're playing. Because if there's something real there, other people are going to feel it and they're going to want to be part of that. And then you're going to be successful, whether or not you have 10 followers or 10,000. Like, you are going to have a record of meaningful moments in your life that you can look back on in 20 years. You know, you can have crying moments that you can like cut out of footage to play at somebody's wedding in 20 years or something like that, right? Like, this is life, and it's going to be great. Just enjoy it. That's what I got.
Yeah, and I think one of the most important things that I can say, kind of piggybacking off of that, is your community members, especially the community members who support you directly. One of the most important things that one of the most important pieces of advice that I can offer is to focus on those community members. And even if you have a small amount of community members, if they're supporting you directly, they truly believe in what you're doing. Shout out to our special patrons who are, wow, like, people paying you actual real life money for the thing that you do is like incredible. It's an incredible experience, whether or not you have one person or 6 or 20 or 100. People that believe in you, you want to focus on them, and they are like your VIPs 100%. Anna, Chi, Valerie, who's also our Discord community manager, Allie, and Ginny, Jordan, thank y'all so much for helping to make things like this, like State of Actual Play, possible. Those are our wonderful patrons. Again, whether or not like you have 1 or 6, 20 or 100, you really want to focus on them, and they're going to help build your brand as well, and they're going to help you get established. And also, one thing I learned both during my time as a paramedic and when I did, martial arts way back in the day for 5 years, one of the most important lessons that I took away from that is that you can always be better, and to listen. And that regardless of what you're doing, whether it's tech, or whether it's your dramatic presentation or costuming or sets or improving or expanding, always find an opportunity to make yourself better and start small. Like, I went from having a Blue Yeti on a table and a wobbly desk, to now we have a full studio. And yeah, there is an investment, but saving and taking that time, we've got soundproofing, we've got 2 screens, we've all kinds of stuff going on here, and you can always be better. And it's slow going, and but eventually, you'll get to a point where that your hard work will speak for itself. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Last but certainly not least, we're going to go around and you can tell the lovely people of the internet where to find y'all next. So, around in a circle, Conri, Devil's Luck Gaming, where can our amazing community members joining us today find the next Devil's Luck Gaming event or game?
Twitch.tv/Devil's Luck Gaming is where you can find us link-wise. We are going to be on tonight at 8 p.m. with a superhero game, and on Sunday is our big, extravagant, over-the-top AAA Exalted game. That's what's coming up imminently. If you catch us on those nights, you'll find out where to find more of us breadcrumbs-wise from there. And I'm on Twitter as the Conri, and at Team Devil's Luck. You'll catch me on there occasionally.
Awesome. Thank you, Conri. So yeah, go check that out. Ash, what do you have going on, and where can they find you?
Stuff. I have stuff
Lots
going
of
on.
stuff.
Hi, I'm Ash. I go by Ash and Rabbit here on Twitch and all over the internet. You can typically find me over on twitch.tv/NatTwenty. The word 20 is spelled out. We have our flagship campaign, Morningstar and Company Incorporated, tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific. We have our Wildmount campaign that I DM next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday. My goodness. the 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific as well. That's pretty much what I flip-flop between those two campaigns. I'm also in a every other week campaign on my buddy Magic's channel, and I'll link it here in the chat, which is a Princes of the Apocalypse campaign. I have something coming up in the distant future, but it's a series that's going to be running over on TPK Roleplay that I would just love to shout out if I can. It's called Iron GM. It is a very much a like Iron Chef kind of competition where you're set to write a one shot within an hour's time. And throughout the time that you're writing it, they will bring in the secret ingredient and a turn that you have to throw into the one shot and fun things like that. It was something that they did during their TPK con this last summer, but it's now turning into a full series with a bracket system as a whole championship thing. The first one is coming up, I think, Monday. Yeah, Monday over on TPK Roleplay. I won't be in it until April. They're doing one a month until the championship out in the summer. But it's something that's really, really fun and really unique that I would just love to throw out into the world and let people know about. That's it for me. Thanks for having me here. This is a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Ash. And Kelly, Dork Tales. Where can the people find you next?
You can find us at twitch.tv/dorktales or youtube.com/dorktales for our back content. You can also find us where all podcasts are sold, I believe. And thank you so much for having me here. It was really a lot of fun. Sorry about my internet being crap today. You can also find, assuming that the internet gets fixed here and we don't have any more storm, you can see us definitely at 7 p.m. Pacific here for the return of our Mage the Ascension, the Victorian era game. But we are running every night, I think for the next 8 days, something like that, around 7 p.m., except for Deadlands on Sunday, which is at 2 Pacific. So hope to see you there.
Awesome, thank you. And my recommendation for folks with, because we all have Saturday games, for folks with ADHD, such as myself, I am a fan of tabbing back and forth between different creators when I am in the mood to watch Twitch channels. So with all of us having Saturday games, may I recommend that if you're a fan of tabletop RPGs, you can tab back and forth between all of us, as ESPDND also has a Saturday game over at twitch.tv/ESPDND. You're watching on it now, or youtube.com/C for creator /ESP Eryn Spencer Productions. That's Eryn with a Y. DLG and Dork Tales have games every Saturday, right? Yep. So that is
that we do.
Awesome. Okay.
Saturday and Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Right now, we have more coming up soon.
Awesome. So yeah, one less to tab through. So definitely you can tab between. And after that, we'll be replacing that with our Heaven's Fire homebrew campaign, with which we will be adding the precious stones in place of gold coins and channel points. So you can activate amethyst, clear quartz, and rose quartz to have special in-game interactions, which will be revealed once we start the homebrew stream. And also, we're going to be pulling live tarot cards for followers and subscribers that will directly influence the game, some in minor ways and some in more intense ways, as we're Queer Witches playing D&D. That is something to look forward to as soon as the Tomb of Annihilation is completed, or all of our players, or there's a TPK, and they fail the mission. But that's it for myself. Without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. So thank you, Conri from Devil's Luck Gaming, and Ash from NatTwenty, and Kelly from Dork Tales for joining us here for our State of Actual Play 2022. I hope to potentially make this an annual review. That is something to look forward to. And this year, may it be a year of amazing tabletop memories, of high rolls, or critical successes, and may you all have wonderful experiences with your players, your DMs, your communities. We love everyone very much. I don't think this is unique to just Critical Role, so I will say don't forget to love each other, everyone. Until then, be safe. I know you got a tsunami out there, Kelly, so please be safe. Until next time, be gay, commit crimes, and peace out, witches. We love y'all. Bye, everybody.